Once upon a time, Jean-Claude Van Damme met Ukrainian president and Russian presidential candidate. Now, it's not opening live for a joke, it's a movie. Really bad movie. Movie starts with presenting the main characters, because otherwise we wouldn't guess who is who. What a silly soundtrack! Let's make it better! Okay, it is beginning of 19th century. Napoleon Bonaparte, played by, oh my god, Vladimir Zelenskyy,
Хто я?
already kicked the ass of Europe and planning to do the same with Russia.
Surely, time has come to change this.
Seeing what he did with Europe, Russian generals come up with the idea to stop Napoleon by sending him a spy girl.
You're a spy. I know. What is it?
And of course it could only be famous serial seducer Lieutenant Rzhevsky, played by Pavel Derevyanko.
Ты же встречался с Путиным.
Да.
Расскажи.
Rzhevsky is a legend. He screws every girl he meets, but to dress up as a woman doesn't look like a good idea to him. And I couldn't agree more. The concept of a man dressing up as woman was used so many times in the movies, but to make it really good requires much more effort from movie makers. Not the case in here. Rzhevsky is being thrown from the cannon into an occupied territory.
Мне нужна твоя одежда. Hasta vista, baba.
Fuck you, asshole.
He comes to a place where he should meet with underground organization, which will help him to get ready for a mission.
Да, это Rzhevsky.
Girls, can you really do that? The leader of underground separatists is Leo Tolstoy.
You a piece of shit.
He knows that Rzhevsky can't seduce Napoleon because he looks like a freaking guy.
Find her. What?
So of course there should be a scene with changing clothes. They finally choose the right outfit, and he still looks like a freaking guy who suddenly decided that he is a girl. Meanwhile, Madame Chiksu teaches Rzhevsky how to be a real woman. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Ksenia Sobchak, Russian presidential candidate from Liberal Party. At the dance night, Napoleon falls in love with the beauty Rzhevsky in woman clothes. And who wouldn't, right?
Nope.
After party, we found out that Zelenskyy is actually jealous of Rzhevsky's body count. And he also wants to be the best lover in the world. Why do we need this information? It doesn't impact plot in any way. At the same time, in a beauty salon, Rzhevsky meets Natasha Rostova, and they begin to have an affair after a few meaningless phrases. Oh right, as was promised by movie marketing campaign, here we got the biggest star of the movie, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who literally gets quite humiliating role and just a minute on the screen.
Why the fuck I came to Russia?
I have the same question to you. After everything you've done during my childhood, you were my hero, and now you're doing this? Why?
I don't know.
Napoleon makes attempts to win the heart of Countess Rzhevsky and gives her a chapel for their anniversary. Turns out, Bonaparte is going to launch an attack on the Urals. The lieutenant, trying to gain time, starts a scandal and finally convinces Napoleon to postpone the attack for a week.
I'm gonna go ahead and write you a prescription for 2 testicles, and you feel free to get this filled out whenever you want.
The next scene takes us to the fashion show with sparkling jokes.
Следующая модель называется «Целомудренность». Эту модель я посвящаю моему императору.
Rzhevsky, dressed as woman, kisses Natasha Rostova in front of everyone.
Что, лесбиянка?
Ничего греха таить. Есть чутка. Столько.
Don't you have a little too much penis to be wearing a dress like that?
The next day, Natasha tells Rzhevsky about the kiss, not suspecting that it was the lieutenant himself. Rzhevsky kisses Rostova again, and she knows that he kisses like a woman. On the next day, Napoleon wants to get under Rzhevsky's skirt even more, after she, or he, kicked the asses of typical Russian gopniks from 19th century.
Бонжур, ебать!
The emperor proposes to the countess, and she agrees in order to once again prolong the Frenchman's stay in the capital. Later, Rzhevsky and Natasha finally realize who is who, and yeah. Okay, we got it. Just stop. They get caught by Napoleon again, who, as punishment for Natasha, dressed up as a man, chooses to give the adjutant as a husband to the French woman Juju, who, well...
I told you that bitch crazy!
The next day everyone gets married, drunk, and Napoleon eventually jumps under Rzhevsky's skirt, where he finds something unexpected. After that, Rzhevsky knocks out Napoleon and goes to free Natasha from her first experimental experience.
Bring on the Flügelkampfheimler!
For some reason, the French army retreats and the war comes to the end. Everyone is happy except Zelenskyy, who realized what crap he just stepped in being in this movie. So, what can we say in conclusion? I'm so happy this movie is just a little longer than 1 hour, because surviving the torture by such kind of jokes after 100 minutes doesn't seem realistic. And here's what movie director said.
Потому что в Америке, когда сейчас в лаборатории в Sony они заканчивали фильм, они сказали, что это очень высокого уровня как бы технически сделано.
Well, your hard cuts and chroma key tell us the opposite. Can you imagine how much pain was delivered to those who watched this masterpiece in movie theater? In 3D! But I don't feel sorry for them, as giving money and thus encouraging the creators of such movies to make even more movies should be punished. You know what the funniest thing? The movie starring president of the country, the movie that was produced by a film studio founded by this president, got banned in this country. Also, watching this movie today in 2024 gives you a feeling that it was made in a different universe, where most Russian actors do not support Russian invasion of Ukraine, and they do not stand on the opposite sides of barricades with their friend Vladimir Zelenskyy. And I didn't find any information that this movie was showed somewhere outside of Russia. So at least we should be thankful for saving the world from the worst parody of the cinematography. See you next one.